No, I certainly don't believe that your people have made the animals forsaken. Your people care for the animals and treat them well, and have done so for many years before this incident happened. If it was something directly related to your presence, then all the animals all around here would have died, and they would have died much sooner than this. No, if it's related to your presence here, it's a secondary effect, not a primary one. Why else would it have waited for so long and affected things so far away? Still, I think you may be closer to the mark with your thoughts than you realise. But before I say more, I'll wait for the results to come back in a few hours. Gilo then paused and regarded Farmer closely, as if trying to read the emotions in him, as he chose his next words carefully. He suspected that the farmer was either more insightful than it first appeared, or had access to more information than most of the other Forsaken. Still, I am surprised by your comments about the animals adapting, Gilo said to Farmer. It's indeed unusual to find someone with such a wonderful grasp of what's happened to them over the years. But then, I suppose, your focus on needing things to grow for your people, you probably pay more attention to this than most other people. It seems very straightforward to me. I would think it's strange if people didn't realise that things such as plants and animals might change over time. How they do it, I do not know, but it seems only sensible that they to do this to achieve such a thing. Otherwise, it will be just soil moss everywhere. No life, no hope. Yes, if you look at it that way, I suppose it does seem simple, and yet you have managed to sum up what many other people find it most difficult, Gilo complimented Farmer. Gilo hated to think of Farmer as being the one who had gone into the Mayflower. It was certainly possible that this determined man had entered the ship. Was it possible that his insight into evolution had been gained by observing his environment and watching his crops in the manner of Mendel? It was also possible that he used those databases on board the Mayflower to gain his insights. Still, like all other possibilities, he couldn't do much about it at the moment. The more critical thing at the moment was for the information that Ogier would send back later. After all this time he'd spent with Farmer and Toolmaker, Gilo now began to wonder what had happened to Scout. He presumed that Scout was still conversing with the leader, but wondered what was taking so long. Was he receiving more instructions to spy on Gilo, or was Gilo's own lack of openness on the subject of the Mayflower coming back to haunt him? Whilst he tried to imply that they were entering the ship in secret, Gilo hadn't specifically told Scout not to tell Leader what they were doing. The society didn't seem to have a culture of keeping secrets. Everyone appeared to be honest, open, and friendly, so Gilo was uncertain how Scout would react to the position that Gilo had put him in. It did appear that Gilo's inability to predict human behaviour may again be a weakness here. If only humans were as predictable as chemical reactions or a computer program, it would be so much easier for him. Would you like to share a meal with me whilst you wait for the information? Farmer's statement brought him out of his reverie. That would be most welcome, thank you, Gilo responded. Gilo would have to learn to take things as they came on this planet. Worrying about things he couldn't do anything about would only make things worse. He'd have to adapt and blend in, become more like the Forsaken, and then he might find it easier to cope with the issues along the way. Now, Gilo could start the blending in by following Farmer to his house and sharing in a relaxing meal.